supported by some boots.
Thanks for staying with us. I'm Rick Holmes. A community coming together to help their own. Denville was hit hard by Hurricane Irene, and many are still trying to get back on their feet. As News 12 New Jersey's Marcy Rubin reports, thousands hit the downtown area today to help.
Downtown Denville wants you to know it is open for business.
Donate for hurricane relief and best for
Many stores here were destroyed by flooding after Hurricane Irene.
This street had between 3 and 4 feet of water right where we're standing. It was just complete devastation. Most of these stores were had to be completely gutted.
Like right on Gifts on Broadway.
And here's your book.
The toy store just reopened today. What a way to celebrate with this festival and fundraiser, bringing thousands of potential customers.
They'll open it to people seeing it for the first time. There's people that have probably never seen the store before, so this is awesome.
In addition to accepting donations at the entrance, they're also having a 50-50 raffle, a silent auction, a bunch of different ways to raise money, all of it going directly to the residents and business owners here in Denville.
We had 70 businesses affected by the Hurricane Irene and 350 homes.
And it's no surprise to organizers that this town came out big to help those in need.
We've always had this kind of people in our town, and yes, I'm surprised because it's so many good-hearted people, but we know that they're here in Denville, and this is what makes us different than any other town in New Jersey.
In Denville, Marcy Rubin, News 12, New Jersey.
Organizers hope to raise close to $500,000 when it's all done. The money will be divided by a committee of some town employees and local clergy. And as we told you before, News 12 New Jersey was part of the fun. Brian Jenkins and meteorologist Dave Curran were on hand at the News 12 tent. Both have been in Denville over the summer for On the Road segments.
You know, once Hurricane Irene hit, I mean, we felt it, you know, it wasn't personal to me as far as my house being hurt. But I have very, very close friends, dear friends that got devastated, lost homes, without mentioning any names. And I went back that day after trying to empty a house or two, and you're in, you know, waist deep of water, and you looked around Riverside Drive and other places in town, and, you know, look what happened to our town. And it was amazing. And when the devastation, and when we talked about it, it was almost, we had no choice. We have to do something. I mean, it's just, I have to give back to a town I love dearly, and one that has given so much to myself, my family, my daughters, and I think you felt the same way. So, and when Irene hit, it was, when we got together, it was tireless, it was just, we need to do this. We need to bring them back, and we have to help. And that's where BandAid on Broadway came apart.
Yeah, it was funny, the day immediately after the storm, that Sunday I believe it was, I walked around, disconnected a propane tank with some friends from a house that was abandoned during the storm. In Indian Lake, we saw firsthand what some of that devastation looked like. Some folks' homes flooded out. And that's when I started to think about, we need to do something. And thoughts of BandAid of yesteryears and thoughts of the fact that Kevin Jonas lives in town. It seemed like, wow, music could be a means for us to bring the town together and to be able to generate some funds to help these folks. And it evolved from there. There was a lot that happened and a lot of folks that helped, some of which were affected and some that were not affected directly, much like ourselves. And we did it. We pulled it off and we brought everyone together and we had a great time doing it.
Chamber of Commerce, the people, the merchants, are all sitting here saying we could do it anytime, because as disruptive as the BandAid event might have been to them, the good that it gave, the way it brought the town back together and said we are alive. We are, we are here for each other as a community, that we live together, and it was great. Everyone just pulled in. It was seamless. It was absolutely seamless. And BandAid on Broadway was everything we could ever expect and more.
It's something else. 300 homes affected, 70 businesses affected. And the day of the event, to hear businesses not just on Broadway, but outside of Broadway, to hear that they had record-breaking commerce days that they've never seen that volume of sales in a single day until that particular October 16th. It's phenomenal. It makes you feel good. It really makes you feel good that we did something that didn't just benefit the individuals right on Broadway, didn't just benefit the residents ultimately through the money that was raised, but also those businesses that may not have been affected but are struggling because of what went on downtown in the aftermath of Irene. Gave them an opportunity to be able to bring in some extra cash flow to make up for that downtime that they had.
Broadway, Denville, I would like to welcome to the first half stage, the Metal Men.
Logistically, it was a challenge at times, right? It wasn't easy. I mean, we did a lot of prep work ahead of time, but to have those stages come in when they had to come in, to have the YMCA heading the Zumbathon and get that off when it needed to, and then to go to the race, and then pull in the other stage, and then get into the music. It was really phenomenal. We have to thank the bands, and the bands did such a great job. And I'm going to use my cheat sheet here. And I'm just going to rattle some of them off. All 4 years kicked it off. You guys did a great job, did an acoustic piece. Everyone really enjoyed it, and that was our first band to take the stage at that point. And then from there we went to Blue Soul, who's a local favorite. They do a great job. To Dr. Smith, local guys.
Metal Men, Alan Tecchio and friends
Great.
did a phenomenal job. We went into Toxin. Guys out on Long Island came in from Long Island to be able to play with us. They did fantastic. A favorite, Trip and Carlo, who plays all over the area. Mike is a resident of Indian Lake and was the first band, incidentally, that I spoke to, ironically, shortly after speaking to Alan Tecchio. Then we get into folks like Naked Twister, who plays the club scene. They came out for us. Full Moon Fever.
That's a personal favorite of mine with Mike College running that band and leading up on them, and they just did a fantastic job. He signed on right away when I talked, and I said, you know, just pull this off, and you know, I'm getting kudos back as far as how well he did, and of course we're friends, he's in town, so you know, he wanted to give back. That was one of the things too, it's the people that, they were emotionally attached to people that did get hurt, not them necessarily, but other people. And then from there we went into Edge of 17. I know that one well. Shannon Walker and the Walker family, they were one of the victims. They, you know, I was there the day helping another neighbor, and I happened to drive by their house. We are friends and dear friends, and I saw it. And they had water, and the water was not going away. And to John and Shannon, to see them try to get back, it's unbelievable. Shannon signed on right away. She was at the first meeting at 9 o'clock in the morning over at the community center, and said, I want to help, I want to do something. And their band, I think, you know, it's funny because you walk around town and you hear what band was one of the best, or what, so many people have so many views about it. Sure. It was one of my favorites. They did a fantastic job, and it was an emotional day for her and the Walker family, because they were personally hurt by this storm. So, but they did a fantastic job.
My family and I live on Riverside Drive, and like most of our neighborhood, our homes were severely impacted by Hurricane Irene. I want to thank the Township of Denville, the police and fire department, and all the volunteers for coming together as a community and making our lives a little easier. Your service does not go unrecognized. I'd like to say a special thank you to Paul Nigro. Without him, we would never start. Without him, we've never gotten our dog Diesel out of the water. Thank you. And thank you, Paul, again, and Chief Wagner for bringing our daughter's swing set home. We will never forget that. I want to say thank you to the man. Sorry, one more time. Thank you to the man who rode out the storm so he could save as much as he could. He's the strongest man I know, and I'm thankful for him each and every day. My husband, Johnny. Thank you. This song is dedicated to all of you.
Go from there to the next band.
Bobby Lynch.
Oh.
So Bobby Lynch is a local guy. He actually had to play a double the night before. He was down in Philly and Atlantic City, got back here, dropped his piano off, all his gear, straight from Atlantic City, I think he came from. He drops all his stuff, goes back home, grabs some Z's, and then he's back here in the afternoon to play with us. He did an outstanding job. They were phenomenal.
Yeah, you would know he's sleep deprived. I'm looking from one stage back, and Mike is announcing them, and I see him up on top of a piano, dancing around, jumping off. The place was rocking.
You'd have no idea how much he played in that 24-hour period, and to see him actually do as much as he did that day. And then that was followed by Goodbye Friday, who is a very popular band among the teens and tweens lately. I think we're gonna hear a lot more about those guys in the years to come.
They were fantastic. In fact, they did a day before over at Valley View about what's like to be a band and what they do and say no to drugs type of a scenario. They're a great role model for our kids. I mean, they did a fantastic job. And when they were on the stage, I think I clicked over at one point to say, guys, get me more security. I got every 13 to 16-year-old woman, the girl sitting here trying to rush the stage. They were such professionals, and I really commend them.
And then we wrapped it up with Delisa. He did a great job. I was fortunate that I had the opportunity to introduce Kevin and Danielle, who then introduced Mikey Delisa. They did a phenomenal job and closed us up.
Happened in town, a lot of people here, so we just want to say thank you, give a round of applause to yourselves, because you did it. You raised a lot of money for the town today. It's a big deal. But what I'm most excited about is a project that I've been very aware of and very a part of for a while, but really more than that, it's a very talented singer-songwriter. More than that, my brother-in-law as well. But get ready, because yes, you heard the Jonas Brothers name a little bit here and there, but get ready because you're going to be hearing his name a whole lot more. So give it up for Mike Delisa and Goes By Delisa.
Oh my god, he waited for her. Stop being so cute. I can't deal with it. Where's he going? Oh my god, I don't know.
I wish there was no time in the day, but I spent with you, babe, so I wouldn't have to hear you say, you don't want me around, do you want me around, do you wish there was no time in the day, 'cause I spent with you, babe, so I wouldn't have to hear you say, you don't want me around, do you want me around, as soon as I get some money.